Alright, what is up, YouTube? Today I'm going to be doing a final, probably a final for now at least, review, uh, walkthrough, whatever, of Titanfall. Uh, as you can see, I am Gen 10 level 50. I just hit that today, actually. I hit Gen 10 about a week ago. I gave the game a break. I came back and I'm starting to work through the challenges slowly. So I just hit Gen 10 50 today, so I'm done. I can't level up anymore, so what's the point of playing? Well, obviously just the love of the game and enjoying it would be one thing, but is that enough? And that's one of the big things that I've noticed in Titanfall. It's kind of started to die off already. It's not even a month old, and the matchmaking, I don't know if it's the new matchmaking they've come out with, or if it's just people just losing interest in the game. But I have noticed that trying to find a match anytime late at night, early in the morning, is extremely difficult, and you're pretty much limited to attrition. So I'm starting to see a little bit of what happened to Call of Duty Ghosts with all the hacking and stuff. But luckily, Titanfall isn't a big hack game. I've only ran into 2 hackers in all of my time playing, which is actually really cool. That number is extremely low compared to other games that I've played. Speaking of longevity, thoughts of mine on the longevity is they need to add some sort of competitive play. They need some sort of global, or at least community-based gaming or ranking to say this player is actually better than that player. I think people strive to be number one, and right now there's nothing other than the generations and the levels. The tags are cool. I mean, it's great to be like, oh, Gen 10, yeah, and I mean, you come into a lobby and people are like, holy crap, you're Gen 10, and they have their own little comments of, applause or get a life or get laid or whatever they want to say. I think that the generations, though, are scary to newer players, especially ones that have been around long enough to know what they mean. A Gen 2 will leave a lobby as soon as he sees a Gen 10 come in. A Gen 1 or a 0 Gen, or what I would call a Gen 1 new player, isn't going to know a difference. They just want to play a game. They don't really care what Gen you are. The higher the gens go, the more scared of the other gens that people become, which is kind of silly, because at that point I think people should know this is just a tag beside my name. It doesn't mean that I'm a good player. It just means that I've worked through I've jumped through the hoops of Titanfall. So I think that is something that can be accredited to actually show actual skill. Is I don't know if you want to put it on someone's name to say frag rate or this person's played so many rounds or whatever, make that public. I think that would be more scary, but something about the generation tag scares people. And so it makes it even harder to find a lobby when people come in and they see all these gens on this side and no gens over here. Automatically they're like, well, I'm not playing against these guys. So hopefully something can be thought up. I haven't put any thought into it to say, well, this needs to be changed or this needs to be changed, but maybe it's just a community getting used to and getting the overall community experience up. I don't know. And speaking with the new matchmaking, like I said, it's extremely hard to find matches now. It's very limiting, and to see that start to happen this early in a game's life is extremely frustrating. And the fact that they've already announced the release or the production of Titanfall 2, as soon as this game was released, they're already announcing a second one. So that bothers me. That to me says that this is going to be another Call of Duty, another iPhone, another Android phone, to where a company is going to just try and produce the same thing with a little bit of tweaks here and there, and charge the same or more money for that game or that product just next year to keep the cash flow coming in for them. But it really, in the long run, the game's just going to die, because what if I like Titanfall? What if I don't want to play Titanfall 2? Is the community going to stick around with Titanfall, or are they going to go to Titanfall 2? Or are people going to waste their money and just get tired of of wondering whether or not this is going to be a good game or a bad game. Um, so I think that while they've released something and it's had such a great success at the beginning, to see it already die off already, less than a month after the release, and to see them, rather than focusing on what they've got, see them already putting their mindset and their eyes on the next big thing, it worries me as a gamer. Um, but on to more of a positive note, what a lot of questions I get asked in my stream and in lobbies is what did I think of the challenges? How did I get through certain challenges? I believe that the Gooser challenge was probably the hardest one, followed by All I Do Is Win, just because you have to get 100 wins, and then the MVP because you have to get 50 MVPs. Luckily for me, lost connection to server, no big deal. Luckily for me, my MVP ratio is about 60 to 70%, sometimes higher. I'm almost always, whenever we win, I'm always in the top 3. Whenever I'm actually putting forth the effort and not doing a challenge. So the MVP was alright. Just took time. The All I Do Is Win just took time. The Gooser was, as soon as I saw I had to get 50 Goosers, like, I was tweeting Titanfall, like, are you ridiculous? Like, I hope this person still doesn't work there. I was extremely frustrated and extremely mad, as are a ton of other people, and Titanfall is at least listening. They are reducing the Gooser challenge from 50 all the way down to 5, which I think is insane in and of itself. That somehow they thought that 50 was a good idea, and then everyone starts complaining or whining or bitching or whatever you want to call it, and they're going to go, okay, well, we're going to reduce it by 45. So they say that they're going to do something for the people that have already done it. What? I don't know. But either way, you can't give my time back. You can't give that stuff back. So whatever, it's done. It's over with. I think that it's really disheartening to me and to other people that have already accomplished it that they're going to drop it by that much. It's a real big slap in the face. Like, if they were to drop it by 50%, drop it down to 25, I think that would be completely reasonable. But whatever. Moving on. What is the point of ginning up? Honestly, like, that is a question I've been asked, and I cannot answer it, and I ginned up for the experience just to say that I did it. I think that ginning up at one point or another actually made me a worse player, because you get so focused on, I got to get these kills, I got to do it this way, I can't just kill that guy, I got to go up and throw a satchel charge down by him, or I can't kill him with the gun I'm good with, I got to use the hemlock. Horrible gun. Hate that gun. But anyway, so I think that it takes the distraction, or it distracts you from actually being good and playing the game the way the game's supposed to be played, and the way you're good at playing the game. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're not good in Titans. Maybe you're not good in Striders or Ogres. So I think the ginning up at one point or another, like I said, distracted me from actually my gameplay, and I know at I think it was Gen 7 I actually noticed, holy crap, I'm playing horrible, and I just had to stop doing the gens for a little while and just focus on playing and having a good time and enjoying the game, which I do. I enjoy the game a lot. I think that there should be some incentive for ginning up. I absolutely 100% do not think that it should be anything that would better you as a player, better your character against other characters. I hate that. I hate coming into games that, that would make the generations even more scarier than they are now. I think that games that give the experienced veteran players better equipment and better weaponry and everything, I think that's a completely wrong mentality. I think the new players that don't know the maps, that don't know the hiding spots and the timings and everything, I think they should be given the best advantage. And people like me that are Gen 10, if anything, take stuff away from us. Make it more fair, more even, a more even playing field. So, but then you got people saying, well, why would I want to gen up? Because I get the better weapons. So then it's a toss-up of what you really want to do. If you want to, I say completely 100% keep it the way it is with the level playing fields. However, I do think there should be some incentive, and my personal belief is customizations of your Titan and your pilot. I think you're being able to, even if they look the same to the other team and the other players in there, if I think that it would be enough for a person to say, you know what, I want to be able to have a cool character. I want to be able to show off my character, and as a Gen 10 level 50, I can do all the customizations that I want. So I want to get up to Gen 10 level 50. I think that would be a very simple, it wouldn't change the aspects of the game at all, in my opinion, but it would still give that incentive for people to gen up, and maybe in the lobbies, there'd be something other than the gen tag to where you could show off your character. Maybe I know in some like in the lobbies, there's a section there that's not being used. Maybe you could scroll over people's names and see what their character looks like, and then with a cool Gen 10 fully customized character, that would give somebody some incentive to say, hey, I want that. It doesn't help me in the game whatsoever, but that looks cool. And let's face it, that's what people want. They want just something to look cool and to be different than other people, or some sort of accomplishment other than a little tag by your name that's going to scare other people out of the lobby, and they're not going to want to play with you. So that's it. I don't really have much else to say. I really hope that this game continues. I really hope to see some competitive aspects added to it. I hope that if they do add some sort of custom lobby making, they make challenges not be a factor in them. So then you don't have people boosting and just cheating their way through the generations. That would be extremely disheartening again to the players that have earned it. And so while I hope they have custom matchmaking to where I can play with my friends and stuff, just by ourselves, and work on strategies and all that other good stuff, or just goof around and get drunk and play some games, I think that the challenges and everything else should not count there. If you are playing somebody on purpose, then no kudos to you as far as any challenges or leveling is concerned. So that's my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think about Titan. I know there's a lot of haters out there. I get guys coming into my stream all the time saying, "Oh, these are just for people that can't play Tekken," or "This is just Call of Duty with Hawken," or "Oh, I'd rather play Hawken." So there's tons of people out there with their very strong opinions. I'm excited to hear what you guys have to think about it. Feel free to comment below. Let me know. Please be productive and leave the negative. Just this game sucks out of it. It doesn't do anybody any good. So if you have some credible thought to add to the conversation, feel free to comment below. Check out the stream. I'll be playing this. I stream once a night. I'll be playing this probably for a good while until it either dies off or something else comes up. So look forward to that, and have a great day. Take care, guys. Thanks for stopping by, as always.